Hi, boys and girls. Today, in celebration of George Washington's birthday and President's Day, we're going to be reading a book called A Picture Book of George Washington by David Adler. You can see on the book cover George Washington on his horse. I hope you enjoy the story. George Washington was born on February 22nd, 1732, in a small Virginia farmhouse. Young George liked to fish and go boating. He watched ships that sailed past on the nearby river, but most of all, he liked to ride his horse. George learned to read and write in school. He practiced his handwriting by copying lists of rules such as keep your fingers clean and think before you speak. But his favorite subject was math. When George was 11, his father died. George helped his mother run their farm and watch his younger sister and brothers. One day, George found some surveying tools that had belonged to his father. He used them to measure and make maps of their farm. He liked surveying. You can see him here with some of his survey tools, which helped him to make maps. At 16, George was very tall and looked much older. He was given a job surveying land and making maps in Virginia. In 1753, when George Washington was just 21, he joined the army. And later in 1754, a war began. George Washington proved himself to be a brave and good leader throughout the American colonies. When George was 26, he fell in love with Martha Custis. She was a wealthy widow with 2 children. They married and moved to Mount Vernon, the Virginia home and farm which once belonged to George's brother. Here you see a picture of Mount Vernon, George and Martha Washington's home. The war lasted for 8 years, and George Washington became a war hero by helping his soldiers and winning battles. George Washington became the best known and most loved leader in America. He was elected the very first president of the United States of America in 1789, and he became known as the father of our country. In fact, Washington, D.C., our nation's capital, was named after George Washington. I hope you learned more about George Washington today and enjoyed this story. Thanks so much.